Hey, this is another Toonami video. I find reacting to Toonami schedules a bit weird because I've never really liked those channels that go like if there's like a new magazine scan for a Dragon Ball game, they go crazy for like 10 minutes about this one scan. It's like, "Oh my god, look at how this character looks." But I don't know. I have stuff to say about Toonami schedules, so this is the second video I'm making about one of them. We got a new schedule, and it's a weird one. There's some changes from before, so I'm just gonna not waste any time. Just kind of go through it, talk about my thoughts on what's going on. So the Super is first as usual. Super never really moves from first, I don't think. But the first big change is that we are moving Sword Art Online up a full hour to 11:30. And this move isn't too big on its own. It's sort of the other stuff that it's pushing away that's big, but I'll get to that. In any case, I guess this new season must be doing pretty well. I've been watching it. It's been, I would say, a little more enjoyable than the past two seasons now that they've really started getting into the plot and now that you can sort of see what the arc of the season might be. But if it'll live up to the potential that it has, I'm not really sure. I did not like the past two seasons pretty much at all. I thought they were pretty lame. So next we have The Promised Neverland, which is a new show that's coming in. That's I would say a pretty good starting spot. I know not every new show they've bought in has aired at 12. I mean, even up to this recently, I think Megalobox was always on at 1. I don't think it was ever on earlier than that. So starting at 12 is pretty good, especially for a show that, from what I've seen is not, from what I've heard, I haven't seen any of it, is doesn't really seem like Toonami's thing too much. This runs in a shonen magazine, but I've heard a lot of people describing it as, not classically shonen. I've sort of, in my limited view, it seems, and from what I've heard about it, like the most unique thing running in Shonen Jump right now. It's sort of really part of a new generation of shonen manga. And after that, we have, surprisingly, Black Clover, which is moving up from 2 o'clock to 12:30. That's an hour and a half jump. This is after Black Clover was previously moved down. I don't remember what time it started at. I feel like it probably started at 1 or 1:30 before it was moved. And it was moved... I know it used to be before JoJo, and it was moved past JoJo. That's what I remember. But now it's jumped way up. I don't really know what caused that. Obviously, sorry about my finger. The most likely cause would simply be that the show is doing well. I think Toonami tends to react to views more than they do anticipate them. I think that, they make these big changes because shows have been doing well instead of thinking that a show is going to do well in the future. So Black Clover must be doing well. They just had a big episode this week, which is pretty crazy. There's a lot of animation. I don't want to say it was the best animation, but I think it was the most animation that the show's ever had. So that's kind of surprising. It's a big jump for Black Clover, and I don't know. To me, the show looks crappy the vast majority of the time, so I don't know if it'll retain interest. We will see. So then at 1, we have, this is, to me, basically one of the most interesting changes in the video. Probably the most. So stupid to be. I'm not. That makes me sound so lame. Oh, this is probably one of the most interesting changes. Like, okay, chill. It's just a schedule. But in any case, this is pretty weird because My Hero Academia is, as everyone knows, pretty much the biggest anime franchise going right now. And they have moved it back from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and that's a full hour back. And especially for a show like My Hero Academia, I mean, to move Black Clover above it when Black Clover used to be airing, 2 hours after, that is really something. Like, the thing that I can really imagine is that My Hero Academia, being the really popular success that it is right now, gets probably more people viewing the sub and consequently less people viewing the dub on Toonami than Black Clover. On Black Clover, there are a lot of people who probably don't really care about it enough to catch up, and there's probably a lot of people who are watching on Toonami, where with My Hero Academia, it's such a big franchise, people are watching the sub or devouring that as soon as it happens, and so they don't need to watch the dub when it comes on Toonami. So yeah, I guess My Hero Academia, despite its popularity, it's probably doing fine for the block, just not well enough to, you know, remain where it was. And that's the same with Boruto. Boruto, which for some reason does not have its subtitle here, but does here, um, has been moved back a whole lot from 11:30 to 1:30. That's 2 hours. I think is that the biggest jump that's happened. I believe. Yeah, I believe that's the biggest jump that we've seen, forward or backwards in this. Um, and that was an instance of Toonami poising something to be a success when they started Boruto at that 11:30, and it obviously did not take, which was, I think, you could reasonably expect. I think all the hardcore Naruto fans, who are the people who are really going to be interested in this show, I don't think they're going to be. There were going to be many people who are just coming into this fresh, just going, oh, Boruto looks interesting. All the hardcore Naruto fans would have watched the sub already. So Boruto goes before Naruto, which is funny. They're together now, the Naruto gang, but I don't know what you would call that, the Ninja Power Hour, I guess. Next we have Naruto. Did they move it up? Yeah, they did. They moved a full hour up. So there's some weird Naruto shifts going down. Apparently Shippuden is, I don't know, is it getting somewhere? I don't really watch it. Is it like getting to a good part? People are picking it up. People are going, oh, it's been long enough since I've seen Naruto. Might as well check out the dub again. Who knows? But then we get to the big losers of the block. Hunter x Hunter remains at its very sad time of 2:30 a.m. Hunter x Hunter, as we know, is really, almost without a doubt, the most critically acclaimed show on the entire block. Let's say by a pretty wide margin. The next lowest would probably, I don't really know how critics think of things. The next lowest would probably be Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia. And they kept pushing it back. I'm thankful that it has not been pushed back anymore, but 2:30 is just a bad time for it. I mean, Hunter x Hunter just had a pair of amazing episodes, and I'm a big manga elitist. I don't always like how things are adapted in anime. I've had problems with how Hunter x Hunter has adapted certain scenes. The 2 episodes that aired this past Saturday and the one before were really, really, really well done. They were tearjerkers. I cried, and that's what's supposed to happen. So that was good. And now we're getting into the final arc of the Hunter x Hunter anime, and it's just sad that the show is not in a place where it can get so many views. I'm sure if they ever make a new season of the Hunter x Hunter anime, they will dub it quick, and they will get it on Toonami at a good time quick, because it's going to have a lot of buzz if that show ever comes back. But then we come to the saddest thing on the schedule, which is that JoJo has taken a hit of an hour and a half down to 3 a.m. I mean, that's kind of a death slot. I feel like, from what I remember, people did not watch after Hunter x Hunter in the previous schedules. You check the Toonami reaction threads, the discussion threads on Reddit. Reddit has a huge discussion thread on their Toonami subreddit every week. It gets thousands of replies and comments every week. People will always say, okay, I'm done after Hunter x Hunter ends. So the fact that JoJo is now being moved here, that's sad. I can only imagine it must have been doing bad, even at its time slot, which is, fairly getting into the latter half of the block as it was. Sorry, I keep moving that. If I'm moving the phone, it's so I can look at the image, even though I shouldn't really need to do that. I can see it pretty well right now. And man, that's rough. JoJo is really almost getting into its final stretch now. We only have I want to say 4 more stand fights before the finale starts. I could be wrong about that. So it's going to have to finish up at an extremely late time. I don't even think that I can watch the JoJo if it's airing this late. I gotta go to bed. I'm trying to go to bed earlier for my health. And I don't think I can watch JoJo this late. I think I'm going to have to just watch it the next day online on the Adult Swim website. And finally, we have Attack on Titan holding on the fort, just as it has been, at 3:30 a.m. And, it's just a rerun of the first season, so that's fine. When season 3.5 airs, I'm sure, just like in the past, they will dub it very quickly, and then we'll get it on Toonami They'll probably put it either after Super, after Sword Art Online, maybe after The Promised Neverland. We'll see. I don't think they'll put it any later than that. But that's the video. Some shows win, some shows lose. It's like watching a sports draft or something. That's why I'm interested in it. And I don't make these videos for every Toonami schedule. I just make them for the ones where a lot of shit happens. So that's that. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Thanks for watching.